Hey guys, it's Joe Tunney here at Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle. We share one fantastic, huge 500,000 square foot facility here in the Soto district of downtown Seattle, overlooking Safeco Field, CenturyLink Field, and all of downtown Seattle. We're up on the 6th floor mezzanine overlooking the entirety of Seattle, and if you were to turn around, you'd see that the view from the top of this building is utterly extraordinary. Also utterly extraordinary for us is we've just received our first shipment of the all-new 2016 Honda Accords in several different packages. And I know people are saying, Joe, it's not an all-new body style, it's just a mid-model change. Yeah, it's more than a mid-model change, actually. Most times, mid-model change is just a new grille or something like that, whereas the new Accords all have a new look, both front and rear. They've massaged the suspension, they've massaged the steering, they've changed a lot in these cars, so much so that the personality of the 2016 across the board is very different than the 2015, making it a very new option for prospective buyers. One of the great things is that the price really didn't change on the 2016, so all the 2015s have superb resale value. That goes back to the beginning of time for Honda. But you can imagine that this 2016 class is going to be a cut above anything else Honda has to offer. In fact, probably a cut above what else anybody has to offer. So we have the LX model, we have the Sport model, and we have the EX model, all in black and all kind of similarly priced. So if it were my money, I always like picking one instead of saying they're all great. You can't buy them all, you can only buy one. So I sell them for a living. So I'll take my qualified opinion and share it with you. And if you go, oh, Joe, you're dumb as a box of rocks, you should have gone in another direction, that's awesome. That's just part of the deal to invite further conversation. But my wife and I, we're big fans of British mysteries, and you always have to kind of wait till the end to find out who done it. I'll spoil it for you in the end. I'm going to pick the Sport model. I'm over the moon with the Sport package. I think it's one of the best deals in the entire car business. But let's take a look at exactly what the three models have to offer. One thing you'll notice in both the Sports package and the EX package is that they both have LED fog lamps, where the LX does not have fog lamps of any kind. Heading into the cloudy, darker season here, fog lamps become a priority option that we don't think about at other times of the year. It is a nice feature. One thing I want to share with you, being a one-price store, this store is so big now, it's not like anything even resembling our prior dealerships. It's just, this might be the single biggest car dealership that there is. And so it gets so crazy busy that we've had to create a model that is completely un-car dealership. We don't have closers, we don't have a finance office. You just buy it, and essentially it's like going to checking out at the clerk's office. Check it out at the cash register. You just buy it and go. And so our pricing model is all one price. And so in a car like this is a 2016 Accord EX. The MSRP is $27,100 and the one price is $25,777. And that's just it. You're done. You just bought a car. And it's like, yeah, but what about the second sticker with the chemicals and the air in the tires and all the stuff that you guys do? Yeah, that's those guys, not us guys. We're $25,777 and you're done. You do pay a $150 dock fee. License plates are about $300, and you have to pay state sales tax. But other than that, you're not obligated to do anything else. Comes with a full factory warranty, no tune-ups till 100,000 miles. I mean, it's a Honda Accord, best built car on the road, and it's $25,777. So it's a really good deal as far as being competitive against the marketplace at the $27,100 price. But at $25,000 and change, I mean, gosh, this is an incredible car. And then just the ease of which we do things. At a one-price store, you're in and out in less than an hour. So it's not like you're spending a day at the lot testing your wits against their professional closers trying to get you to switch to payments or convert you to a lease or whatever it is. Whatever you want to do, that's what we want to do. We just want to make sure before you come down, you already know what the final price is. And so there you go, $25,777. EX model has 17-inch alloy wheels, moonroof, XM radio, two-tier entertainment system. In fact, come on around. Let's take a look at that two-tier entertainment system. Power seat, the EX and the Sport both have power seats. Tons and tons and tons of room. They all have plenty of space. One of the things I like about the EX a lot is this two-tier setup. It creates a better stereo system. It gives you satellite radio. It gives you a lot of novel features that are only available in the EX. One thing that it does have, though, is the way that the stereo system has the touch sensitive instead of a dial. I prefer the dial personally, but I do like the clean lines that are a feature of this. And so it has a CVT transmission. In the EX model and the LX model, it gets 37 miles per gallon out on the open road, 31 average. On the Sport model, a little bit less, 35 miles per gallon out on the open road, and 30 and a half average. And I'm going to show you why. Heading to the back of the Sports package, you'll notice that the Sport model, besides having a spoiler that the other models don't have, it has dual exhaust. So it has exhaust outlets on the driver's side and the passenger side, which allows the car to breathe a lot better, and therefore the horsepower goes up. It goes up from 185 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque to 189 horsepower and 182 pound-feet of torque. And that's that half mile, 1 mile per gallon variation overall in the fuel economy as well. But it does give a little bit more striking look, a little bit more clean lines. And it is cool to have dual exhaust, and especially for folks who want to do modifications and whatnot, having the factory dual exhaust is a definite plus. The rear end is different. It's the same across the board between the LX, the Sport, and the EX. The one thing that really jumps out at you as far as the style of the car are the wheels on the Sports package. These wheels are 19-inch wheels. They're so huge, it's crazy. And but they look fantastic. In fact, all of the models' wheels look fantastic, including the LX, which has alloy wheels, instead of hubcap models like it more traditionally had in the older days. Also, the Sport model has the lower brake cladding here that the other models just don't have. The interior is different between the three, and so on the EX model, this is going to be wood applique throughout, and this is more of a carbon fiber look in the Sports package. It has a different upholstery as well in the Sports package than it does on the other models, and then the leather shift knob and the leather wrapped steering wheel, and then paddle shifters as well. And although it's a CVT, so you can't actually shift through the gears, it does work on some level to hone in on a particular segment of where the power translates to the wheels. And so the paddle shifters, they don't work like a sports car's paddle shifters, but in certain driving scenarios, you'll learn they actually do have some dividends that they pay. One thing I want to take a look at too is the actual cockpit of the Sports package. And so if you take a look inside, it has really cool aluminum pedals. It has the nice thick bolstered leather wrapped steering wheel, and again a little bit more gourmet chair as well. And then the Sport, unlike the LX model, does have a power seat. In fact, it's a 10-way power seat because it has lumbar adjustment as well. They all have the Econ mode, so if you really are sensitive to getting maximum fuel economy, just push that button and it's going to give you a little bit of resistance so that you don't overdo it. But if you want to give it full pedal, you can still give it full pedal even without turning off the Econ mode. You can see it does not have the double stack for the rear camera and for the stereo system, so it doesn't have technologically the same cutting edge stuff that the EX model has. This one's priced at $25,785. Since it's brand new, we do not have a price on it yet, but you can imagine it's probably going to be in the mid-24s. Again, wow, that's a lot of car for mid-24s. And although I like the LX model because the LX model is going to be even $1,000 plus less expensive than that, which is really attractive. I just think for what you get, the look, the feel, the handling. The handling is different in the Sport package than it is in the other models. Obviously, it has 19-inch wheels, so it's just going to give it an edgier kind of dynamic, and I dig that edgier dynamic. I think that the Sports package is a super good-looking car, and if I had to pick one between the three, I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's the Sports package all the way. And if you have any questions about the Sports package or anything that we have here at Honda of Seattle or Toyota of Seattle, please don't hesitate to reach out. My name's Joe Tunney. I'm the pre-owned director at both Honda of Seattle and Toyota of Seattle, and you can get a hold of me anytime at joet@hondaofseattle.com.